What's happening, guys? It's your girl Mina. You guys already know what it is. Happy Sunday. Hope you've all had a good Sunday evening, night, whatever time zone you lot are in. Listen, Kadeem, bring yourself forward. You have crimes to answer for. Big up to everyone in the chat as Manchester United pick up 3 points away from home. And what did I say, guys? On Friday on stream, I said deduction hype. I don't want to hear about this whole, they got a chip on their shoulder. Deduction, bounce back. I don't want to hear any of that. Viva Garnacho, goal of the season. I genuinely don't think we are going to see a better goal than that this season. And we still got, 5-6 months of the season to go? We still got that. But I don't think, and we're seeing these debates about him versus Rooney's bicycle kick. I genuinely think his was better. And the reason why I think his was better is because it was more behind him. It was a tighter angle. He was way far out. I think Rooney was a bit more central. But I don't care. I really, really don't care. Viva Garnacho. Manchester United, 3 points away from home. 3 goals. 3 forwards. 3 of our forwards finally scored. Finally, 3 of our forwards scored. Bruno with a nice assist. Nice of him to give the penalty, of course, to Rashford as well. And I can't talk about today's game without talking about that boy, Kobbie Mainoo. I can't talk about it. I was standing in front of my TV applauding like this. Like, how deprived have we been that I'm applauding a player for picking up the ball from the keeper and driving through? How deprived have we been of that? Kobbie Mainoo is our star. Big up to DJ as well in the chat. He's been saying this guy's been singing Kobbie Mainoo's praise for ages. Been saying he needs to be in the first team. He's ready. And big up to DJ and big up to Kobbie. First PL start. And to look as smooth, so comfortable, so relaxed, so composed. Come on, man. Listen, today I'm happy. Manchester United women won. Of course, the men won. And not only did we win, I'm happy at the fact that it was a decent performance. A good goal. I think the third goal was a good goal created by Bruno. It was just it's a typical Martial finish. It's nice to see him on the score sheet. Martial and Rashford on the score sheet. Am I in 2021? I don't even know. But you guys know Martial likes a goal against Everton as well. Big up to everyone in the chat. Let me know you lot's thoughts about the game. Of course, I'm not going to try to dissect it too much because I'm not going to lie. There was a few smelly performances. There was a few people that I was like, yeah, that's not cutting it. But I'm too happy about, I swear, if United had drawn or lost and Garnacho had scored that goal, I would have been so mad. But I was so ecstatic that we won just because I think of that goal, which should have been enough to win us the game. They should have just stopped the count. Word to Trump, stop the count right there, end the game, give us the 3 points, man. Honestly, oh man, let's get into it. Big up to everyone in the chat. Shout out to Kadeem in the chat, our resident Everton fan. Says, well done, you guys deserved it. I'm not mad at our team. We're just not clinical today. We missed way too many chances. Everton were creating chances, especially towards the last part of the first half. I really thought we might have conceded going into that. Kobbie Mainoo, goal line clearance. Big game player, man. Let me not put too much weight on his shoulders, but that kid is special. Maybe we got a Pogba replacement, guys. Let me not be shameful. I'm joking. Let me not be shameful. Let me not bring up the P word, aka Pogba. Let me just bask in the joy of Kobbie Mainoo. But big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to Suleiman. Big up Daniel says, Viva Garnacho. Yo, he needs to get a celebration of his own, though. I like the fact that he idolizes Cristiano Ronaldo. But when you're scoring a goal like that today, you need your own celebration, bro. I get it. He did the Sue. I actually screamed, guys. I'm not joking. I was at a family gathering watching the game. And I was at the family gathering, watching the game on my iPad. And when he scored, I literally screamed. And my family were like, what's wrong? And I was like, oh, my sister thought I dropped her baby. I was like, God, I should just go down there. Oh my God. Literally running, like I just running running. Nowhere, no destination in place. Just running. Big up to TL says, I told you, Mina. I told you, Mano will start, Mina. You did. And to be honest, I doubted Eric Ten Hag just because I thought, he says that he doesn't like to throw players in to the deep end from the academy, but Kobe Mano ain't an academy player. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade. He's a first team. He's ready to be a first team player. I don't think he needs to be eased in. I don't think he needs to, have a bit of playing time, a bit of experience. Nah, he's ready. I don't want to see McTominay sitting in that DM position. Amrabat, my brother, I've been supporting you for so long. Today you looked a bit sus. Kobe Mano's here. Not only is he knocking on the door, he's about to boot down the door. He's about to boot it down. He's going to grab his opportunity by the scuff of the neck. And you know what, guys? It was actually really nice that Garnacho and Mano both had good performances. Academy players. It just shows that you don't always have to go out and spend big bucks. Caicedo, Enzo, all them man, 100 plus. You don't always have to go out and spend those big bucks. Sometimes you can develop and nurture it through your academy, man. I was really gassed, man. I was really gassed. How do you like my reverse psychology minute? It worked. We might have to do the reverse psychology a bit more often. Big up to everyone in the chat. If you just come through, be sure to hit the like button. If you want to join the membership club, you can. It's the pinned link in the chat. You get your badges, emojis, and of course, you support the channel and the content that's coming. And let me just say, guys, I've got some amazing content on the way. But as of right now, we focus on the Everton game. And listen, I don't want to talk about that Garnacho goal too much. But I can't help myself. I cannot help myself because, guys, the way he took that, let's talk about the Rooney one. Or just generally, Ronaldo, Bale, a lot of players have scored iconic overhead kicks. But there's something about his goal that I just couldn't believe it. Maybe because I never expected it from a player like himself. He's still young. He's still a young player, still developing. He's not the tallest of players. I just feel like it was a lot of it was further out. And the ball was also going a bit further out. He had to position himself quickly. He had to move quickly, position himself better. And it was the sweetest connection ever. I don't know if I'm being dramatic, guys. I genuinely don't know if I'm being dramatic. But that connection to go top corner, put it past the #1 England keeper, I think for me, there is no way in hell. I can't imagine a better goal being scored in the season. I know it's me being dramatic and the fact that, there's still a lot of the season to play. But for me, it's the way that he connected with it. It was perfect. To connect with it at that height and at that speed, with that power, unreal. That's a Puskas goal right there. Pushkash, or whatever you want to call it. He had to readjust a lot, 100%. Rooney's came off the shin a little. Yes, I think it did. That goal gave me goosebumps. It was a thing of beauty. Honestly, my reaction, I genuinely screamed. People keep talking about the Dalot cross. I think the Dalot cross was a bit behind. It was behind everyone. That Dalot cross, Garnacho made something of it. He made something of it because that cross was behind everybody else. Big up to Sidorf says, I put on the match when Dalot was crossing. I did not believe he would score early. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm not going to lie. The game was on. The game had just started. I was busy plating myself up food. And then I just came to just look at the screen. And it was just as Rashford laid it off to Dalot. And the rest was just history. I didn't expect us to score that early. I didn't expect it. We're not a team that normally score that early in a game. So, you can get a few things done in the first couple minutes of the game. But man, that goal was absolutely amazing. Big up to Show says the results covered up the performance. Let's talk about the performance because, again, I don't think it was the most amazing performance. I think Everton, for me, were just flawed in defense. They had defensive flaws, if you want to call it, not clinical enough in front of goal. If they were clinical with all those chances they had in the first half, I think it would be a different performance. But what I liked about United today is that they were trying to create chances, trying to get into the box. And even with the chances that they were creating, I think they were clinical to an extent. And you know what? You just got to grind out results, guys. At this point, we just have to grind out results. When we're missing out on a number of players, shout out Harry Maguire, quietly having another good game. Dealing with the business pretty well. Lindelof, for me, was a bit scary. I'm not going to lie. Lindelof scared me a little bit. But Maguire, for me, quietly having a good game. I think when players aren't running in behind him, when he's not getting caught out for pace, he can handle stuff. and I like that. He can handle the business. Andre Onana, again, another player who's not started the season good. I remember back in like end of September, I think it was, there was reports that he was working with Manchester United goalkeeper coaches for, you know, his parrying and all of that stuff. The only thing that concerns me is that he parries the ball a lot. He never catches it or gets a firm hand to kind of put it over the bar or put it around the post. He always parries it. That is a bit worrying to me. I'm not going to lie. But as long as you can get enough power on the parry, then like it is what it is. Bygones be bygones. But Andre Onana, again, a player that had a good game, great with his feet today, good with his hands, making great saves, kept us the clean sheet. And again, I don't know. I guess the goal, the player of the match, man of the match, went to Garnacho, of course, for his goal. But for me, man of the match, bro, that was Kobbie Mainoo. That was Kobbie Mainoo. The fact that 2 academy players were the best players on the pitch for Manchester United essentially kind of said a lot. I would have liked to see Kobbie play the full 90, but obviously he's just come back from injury, managing his fitness, etc. Amrabat is another player I was a bit disappointed with. I think I was a bit disappointed. Number one, I think it says a lot that the manager went with Kobbie Mainoo ahead of Amrabat. I think that's a start. That's a starting point. It's safe to say that when Mainoo is fit, and when he's, you know, playing regularly and got match fitness, he will be the number one choice for the manager. I think it's safe to say that. I don't think it's Amrabat. I think Amrabat's lost. I don't know. I think he's lost that option from the manager. But when he did come on for me, he didn't really see the game. Like we saw the game out, but I don't think he steadied the ship as well as Mainoo. I don't know. I don't know. I'm in two worlds. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm in two worlds about Amrabat right now. Big up to Cab, says Mina, I'm so happy today. Kobbie Mainoo, what a baller, just arrived home. I was at Goodison Park today. Big up. Oh, that goal was crazy, man. Garnacho goal was better than Rooney's bicycle kick. It was so perfect. Onana, perfect. Maguire, thumbs up. Maguire got the Cab's approval. I'm glad you had a good day out. I'm glad you had a good day out at Goodison. Goodison was making me laugh because the 10th minute when they were all holding up the red cards, that was like corrupt. And even when it was, I think it was the penalty, when they went to VAR to look at it, all I could just see is bare fans holding up their red cards. Big up to the Everton fans. Shout out to Adam, says, Mina, we were lucky. Let's be real. Come on, guys. 3-0 is not luck. 3-0, come on, guys. Like, let's be for real. Let's be for real. The first goal, okay, you can say a bicycle kick, you know, hitting it that sweetly is luck, but it's also talent. It's also talent. So that's not luck. The second goal is a penalty. The penalty was created. Why? Martial driving into the box. If Martial got past Ashley Young, he was going to strike it with his left foot. That would have been a clear-cut chance created. That's not luck. The third chance, again, a great pass, amazing pass, I think, from Bruno Fernandes. I think he'd like scooped it with the outside of his foot to find Martial. Martial, cool, composed finish. You guys know he likes a goal against Everton all the time. I don't think it was luck. I think it was more so, if you're saying it was luck on the side that Everton weren't making use of the chances they created, okay, fair enough. But Andre Onana was making big saves as well. I think also that's where I would say that that's where Everton just, if they have a clinical striker, you know, if they've got dominant, let's be real, Calvin Lewin, he ain't bagging goals like that. He's not bad. If they had an Ollie Watkins or, you know, someone that can gets 3 chances and at least will get you 1 goal. I think I remember the best chance I remember I would say, I don't know, I might be wrong, but it was just Gana Gea forced a very good save from Andre Onana, and that was going in. That was a screamer. But I don't know, this whole sentiment about we were lucky, I think it was deserved. I think it was a deserved win. I think, you know, defensively, United still look a bit, I'm not sold on them. But bear in mind, guys, this is a first team. This first team today that started have not played together. Martial has not started a game with Garnacho yet. He's not started a game with him and with Rashford. That front three have not started together. This back four have not started together. Luke Shaw's been out for how many months? Kobbie Mainoo has not started with these players. So please have some leeway for your criticism, because this is the first team that fully have not played together. Some of them obviously have played together here and there, but collectively as a team, they have not played together. Kadeem says that penalty was soft. For me, I don't think that was a soft penalty. It was a clear-cut penalty, guys. I think it was a clear-cut. I saw it and I said, that's a penalty. And then when he didn't give it and he booked Martial, and even I think it was Gary Neville that said that Martial has a history of diving, he needs to shut up because that's not true, I would say. But I think it was a penalty. I don't think it was. I think it was. I wouldn't say it was soft because he caught him. He stuck his foot out, caught him in the box. That's a penalty. Everton had many chances in the first half, never a 3-0 game. I just think they weren't clinical. Like, you can create all the chances you want, but if you're not clinical, you're not clinical. And some of those chances were good saves. They were good saves. I'm not going to say, by the way, I'm not going to say United's back because I still think I think United have a mountain to climb. But guys, please, let's just bask in the joy of a world-class goal. Like, I don't even care about the result yet. I'm more gassed about the goal. And guys, can I just say, I'm wearing, I don't know if you lot can see the shirt I'm wearing. I'm wearing the 08 Manchester United shirt. Yeah, I got Nani on the back. So far this season, I'm 2 for 2 when I wear it. Every time I wear this shirt, we win. So maybe I need to keep wearing this shirt. I need to keep wearing the shirt. But one thing I'll say is that when I'm not going to be like United's back because we still got stuff to prove. We got Galatasaray midweek, 5:45 kickoff in Turkey. Scary hours. Scary hours. I'm scared. But people were scared to go to Everton away. This weekend, people were scared to go to Everton away. I said it on Friday's stream, deduction hype. I think United, everyone was talking about the fact that Everton had a chip on their shoulder. United equally are going into every game with a chip on their shoulder. Like, let's be for real. We're going into every game essentially not underdogs, but people are counting us out before the game's even started. We, as fans, are counting ourselves out going into games. We're counting ourselves up. I think this was the first time that we went up 2-0 in the Premier League this season. Do you know, 13 games in, it took us 13 games to go to have a 2-0 lead at some point in the Premier League. That goal is going to be one for the history books. Facts. I made my nephew sit down and rewatch the goal I made my nephew sit down and rewatch the goal just so that they could see what they need to become. Project Garnacho. Martial is a professional diver who made sure he got the contact. He left his left foot behind because he knew Agent Ashley was going to get stuck in. I don't think so, man. You just play by the game. You play by the game. Big up to everyone in the chat. Sidaf says they pass back too much, like they invite the opposition to press so they can counter or play long ball. A bit risky, and most of the time just slows the tempo. It'll be interesting to see how United work when Lisandro Martinez comes back. And I think Kobe is like a regular in the team. Also, is this us saying that Kobe is, Mount's out injured, Eriksen's out injured, Casemiro's out injured. Is Kobe for the meantime? Is that just it? Is it Kobe Mainoo for the meantime? Get match fit, get more involved in the first team. Are we going to see a return of the likes of Casemiro, etc. when they're back? What happens when Eriksen and Mount and Casemiro is back? What happens then? Who's going to be our midfield? Let's not get into those if buts and maybes and all of that kind of stuff, because I just want to stay gassed. I refuse to let you guys drag me off my high horse today because I am too gassed about the game. 2 cleared off the line, 4 or 5 sitters missed. Everton deserve to win. You're a disgrace. Show you are a disgrace. How can you say that Everton deserved to win? You can't look at that game today and say they deserve to win. Did they deserve to score? Maybe. They were creating chances, but I'm sorry, 4 or 5 sitters missed does not mean you deserve to win. If you miss 4 or 5 sitters, you deserve to lose. You deserve to lose. If you're not clinical, you deserve to lose. I'm sorry, there's no sympathy here. There is no sympathy here. And if this was Manchester United, guys, I would say the same thing. I would say we've missed 5 sitters. We deserve to lose. Because why are we missing 5? Why is it taking us more than 5 times to put the ball in the back of the net once? Like, come on, let's be real, guys. I know a lot of people are negative this season. I know a lot of people are feeling kind of like, we are covering up, what's it called? Like, we're covering up holes with, sellotape and all of that stuff. And we've got problems, but guys, let's just enjoy the moment, please. Please. Tomorrow we could go back to reality. Yeah, tomorrow we could go back to reality and we could go back to the negativity. We could, do the Champions League previews and be like, oh, we're going to lose. Oh, Galatasaray away. Oh, Turkey, scary atmosphere. We could do that. But today, let me just have my moment, please, guys. Come on. Let me have My moment, guys. Please, please, please. But big up to everybody in the chat. Martial created and scored his goal, got the assist for the pen, and defended well. Had a good game. I forgot, I forgot Martial even got legs like that, guys. I forgot Martial got legs like that. Mina, you can be happy about the goal and Kobe, but still admit that we weren't good. I said we weren't good, but I said that I enjoyed the goal so much that if we had drawn, yeah, I would have been so mad that drawing overshadowed that goal. That goal plus 3 points. Guys, 3 points is what matters. Luton game, yeah, 1-0. We were complaining about the fact that United only put one past Luton, yeah. We were complaining about United only putting one past Luton. Now we're complaining that United didn't let Everton score. Come on, guys, come on. If we scored all of our chances, we would have battered them about 7-0. And you know what? The same thing happened. I think it was the similar fixture at Goodison in April last season, where we were playing a lot more. We were playing a lot more positive football than what we're playing right now. I remember that game, and we should have won that game like 10-0. I think we beat them like 4-0, but it was a very flattering scoreline because the game was actually like a 7, 8, 9-0 kind of game. It was at OT. Okay, it was at OT. I just remember it was in Ramadan. That's the only reason I remember. But honestly, that game, they were less in it. Today they were in it. But I'm sorry, guys, if you don't finish your food, I'm not gonna feel bad for you that you're starving. That's the easiest way that I can put it. That's the easiest way I can put it. United were lucky at the fact that they didn't put away a lot of chances. But also, are we now saying that a lot of those chances that Onana saved was those lucky saves? Or was that good goalkeeping? Let's give credit where credit's due. Yeah? Let's give credit where credit is due. The same way I can, criticize Amrabat, guys. The same way I can criticize Amrabat and say he's not really cutting it, his loan spell so far. Then is the same way that we can give praise where it's due and criticism where it's due. Like I said, I ain't saying United are back. I'm seeing people saying we're 6 points off first. I don't care about that. I'm fully like one game at a time, one game, one season. One game, throughout the season. We take it one game at a time. Simple as that. Rashford is he really back with his misses? Is that what he was missing? Is that what he was missing? Big up to show says, what are these chances that people are talking about? We only had 3 shots on target, which were for the 3 goals. Everton had 24 shots on target, 24 shots, 6 on target. That is a poor statistic, and I'm not gonna feel sorry for you. I would not feel sorry for any opponent. Forget just Everton. Let me do the quick mathematics. The mathematics of the maths. The mathematics of the maths is telling me when the maths is mapping, they had 25% on target. But when you say 6 out of 24, that's poor. That means 18 shots on target. I'm sorry, it's not my fault. If you made the goal even bigger, maybe they still wouldn't have hit the target. Maybe they still wouldn't have hit the target if you had made the goal even bigger. That's a them problem. That is a them problem. I get it, guys. United ain't great this season. We've not looked the best, but we don't have to be negative all the time. We can appreciate. Come on, like, I can't believe I'm encouraging you guys to celebrate 3 points. Like, 3 points is just 3 points. 3 points is 3 points. Are you telling me now we have to make the goal bigger so that they have more shots on target? We had 3. You know what that says to me? You know what that stat says to me? And let me be delusional. I will be delusional today, yeah. Because why? I'm on the Kobe train. I'm on the Kobe train. And I'm still gassed about Garnacho's goal. So right now, yeah, there's a lot of air in my head, guys, because I'm gassed, yeah? The only thing Show is telling me, we had 3 shots on target, which are 3 goals. 100% shot record. That's what you're telling me. You're telling me Man United had 100%, and you want me to feel bad for the people that had 6 out of 24. Don't get me wrong, guys, yeah? I have a soft spot for Everton. I don't know why. I have a soft spot for them, yeah? But I ain't going to feel bad. I'm not going to feel bad. I'm going to be happy that United got 3 points. At the end of the season, I'm not going to look back when United finished 3rd or 4th. If we finish in a Champions League place, I'm not going to look back and be like, oh, we really didn't deserve those 3 points against Everton. I don't care. 100%. You're telling me 100% shot record I'm meant to be mad about. I'm being shameless, guys. I am being absolutely shameless. I apologize that you lot have to put up with this. I apologize you lot have to put up with this. I'm just gassed. I'm just gassed. I apologize, Kadeem. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm absolutely not sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hold my hands up. I'm just feeling a bit, it's different. Today I feel different in comparison to other wins. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the Garnacho goal. Maybe it's the Kobe performance. But there are few sparks that I took from this result. There's a few things that I took from this result that are positive stuff. It's very, very rare that I take things from a result because we've had crap results, guys. We've had 1-0 wins where we didn't deserve it. There's no way you're telling me a 3-0 win against Everton, we didn't deserve it. There was the Burnley game, we never deserved that. A Luton game, we never deserved that. Who else was it? Nottingham Forest, we made a comeback. People could have said we didn't deserve that. But there's so many games this season that we've won by the skin of our teeth and we did not deserve it. But there is no way you're telling me a 3-0 win, United didn't deserve it just because the opponents couldn't finish their food. Come on, man. Come on, man. We need to sack Erik ten Hag if we want to improve. Where is this coming from, guys? Where is it? Big up to Theo. But bro, what are you on? Or sis? Where, bro, sis, whichever one you prefer. What are you? Where is? Please in the comments explain to me your logic regarding this. How you can look at a 3-0 win today. We didn't even see Ten Hag. My guy was in the stands. We didn't even see him. But how did you look at today's result and think, yeah, he needs to go. He needs to go. Like, I don't know. And this is not, I don't want to hear the word toxic positivity. Excuse my language. I flipping hate that term, yeah? Because I ain't being toxic positive because I know United still got problems. United still got problems. You know what it's like, guys? You know what it's like? Yeah. This is a stupid analogy. You know when you're in a relationship, if anyone in the chat is in a relationship, you know when you're in a relationship and you're having problems with your partner, but you have one good day after 3 bad days in a row, you're going to celebrate that one good day. It's a win. You're going to take it. You're going to go into the next day and be like, you know what? We had a good day yesterday. Maybe we can have a good day today as well. It's the same feeling that I'm feeling right now. There is no way that we could look at this result today and be like, yeah, Ten Hag needs to go. Ten Hag needs to go. There's no way we could say that. But of course, I would like to hear TL's reasoning for that. Where was the turning point for United in the game? The Garnacho overhead kick. That was the turning point. 3 minutes into the game. 3 minutes into the game was the turning point for me. That's all I cared about. Honestly, all I cared about was that overhead kick. Big up to Red Scare. Claire says, Kobe back, Shaw back, all 3 forwards score. And Anna looks like he's getting his confidence. Lots to be happy about today. There's a lot of positives to take. And like I said, there's been time and time again that we've walked away from, a win. We got 3 points. And we sit there thinking, what the hell did we do to deserve those 3 points? Today, I'm telling you what we deserved. I'm telling you what we deserve. Don't talk to me about Everton and the chances they created, because guess what? None of those chances went into the back of the net. And the only people that should be feeling like that, the only people that should be feeling like, that they should have done better is Everton. You can't tell me that United are feeling like they should have done better. They done their job. Damn, TL, tell me how you really feel. If you think this bold forward is getting us back to the top, then you've lost. I'm sorry. I had a very interesting conversation with a friend of mine today. If you lot know Sharky from Beta Squad, diehard Arsenal fan. We were talking about the whole Ten Hag out thing versus, when Arteta first took over. We talk about Unai Emery and all of that stuff. And I was basically saying to him, like, listen, I feel like, you probably were Arteta out alongside a lot of Arsenal fans. And he actually wasn't Arteta out. But he was like to me, he asked me where I stood with the whole Ten Hag thing. And I said, well, I can't be Ten Hag out because Ten Hag is trying to build something at this team. He's got an idea. He's got an ideology of how he wants the team to play. He has standards that he wants to implement into, the training life and the personal life and just the life of the players that are involved in the squad. He has standards that he's trying to set. He's trying to implement. How can I not get behind that for a team that has had no standards for nearly 10 years? Like, how can we not get behind that? Like, that's what I don't understand. And if you like, I understand also where people come from when they want the manager out. But I've seen people wanting the manager out. We haven't given him a chance. Do you actually think 15 months? Do you actually think 15 months is enough? Given the fact of how he performed last season, and given the fact that, he won a trophy, finished top 4, etc. Like, one thing I'm glad he did is, I don't know if you guys saw, he did an interview with Dutch media. I think it was on Friday, and he basically said, and I'm glad he finally put this in the bin, because I've been arguing this on United View for so long, because everyone's always talking about the Ajax way, and I always said that he's not here to play the Ajax way, because this is Manchester United. Ajax have a philosophy that they implement in their football. Even when he left, they were still trying to implement that style of football with their however many. I think they've had like 3 managers this season alone, but they are trying to implement that style of football. I said he is here to play his way. Whatever his way is, it was how he was playing at all the other teams that he was at, that he was coaching. The least we can do is give him a few windows and some time to have the opportunity to implement that. Of course, we can look at him sideways for signing Anthony. I can look at him sideways for that. But also, I can look at the club sideways for allowing him to have that much control over his transfers, to allow him to have that much control over his targets. I think if the reason why Ajax were so good at what they did when Ten Hag was there is that they had a whole structure in place above the manager that implemented the style of football that they want, the Ajax way of playing, got the players that they wanted, and also nurtured their academy players into that kind of structure of style of play, if you want to call it that. That's why it worked. The manager didn't have control over transfers. He's coming here, he's getting free reign. Left, right, center. He's like, yeah, I want that guy, for that Dutch guy. I want this Dutch guy. I want that Dutch guy. He shouldn't. One failure I say that Ten Hag has had at United, and I can't put it on him, is having control over transfers. He should never. We should have known after the Anthony thing that his talent ID stinks. We should have known that. But then we allowed him to go for other players. It is what it is. But now, when Sir Jim Ratcliffe comes in and, reportedly, they are planning to implement a style and structure that basically, even when the manager leaves and whatever manager comes in, it remains the same. Their recruitment strategy, how they bring in players, because the style of football will be consistent. The style of football will be consistent throughout whatever manager comes and goes. But in terms of today's game, come on, guys. Big up to Steffi in the chat, says, you know what it is, Mina? You absolutely know what it is. You absolutely know what it is. It's a 3-0 win for United, a 2-0 win for the women's team. I've had a very productive day, guys. I know you're not asking, but I've had a productive day. I did a stream earlier this morning, recorded a podcast afterwards, spent time with my family, had a meeting with some people, and now I'm back home streaming. Very, very productive, if you want to say the least. TL is really, really, really going at it right now. TL is really going at it, and I agree with this point. I actually spoke about it on, I think it was Friday's stream. I mentioned it, saying, how on earth does Ten Hag go to Ajax with 100 million and walk away with Anthony instead of Kudus? Like, I absolutely understood that. It made total sense to me. But one thing I won't do is be a Debbie Downer. I'm not doing that today. Not after Garnacho scored that goal. Not after, Kobbie Mainoo had that performance. Let us bask in the joy of the result, please. Let us enjoy the day. Let us at the least enjoy the evening. At least enjoy the evening. Tomorrow we wake up, it's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new light, and I'm feeling good. I think that's a song. But big up to everybody. You guys already know what it is. Should we do what we learned after game week 13? We'll do it. We'll do it just for the sake of the video, just for the sake of the title, just for the sake of the consistency of this after match days. Number 1, what we learned. Kobbie Mainoo. Next up. Simple as that. Number 2, Andre Onana. Really looking confident. Has improved very, very well, I think. And will only get better. I'm glad to see he's playing very confidently as well. Number 3, what else have we learned? The thing is, I can't really say much about the likes of like Palestri, Garnacho. I think it'll be, I'm being a hypocrite because I'm saying it'll be too premature, and here I am singing praises about Kobbie Mainoo. But I feel like Kobbie Mainoo, for me, today, guys, let's just talk about Kobbie Mainoo. Before we wrap it up, let's just talk about Kobbie Mainoo, because the fact that a young 18 academy player, 18-year-old, to me, looked the most composed, the most controlled, the most focused on the ball. Like, there was times where he would be pressed and I'm not worried. I'm not shaking. I'm not quivering in my boots. I was not worried. There was a time, I think it was a corner, and the ball got switched to his side of the pitch, but the ball was a bit under hit and it was going slow to him. I thought, he did this thing where he used his, his left side of his body to kind of feint. The ball came to him and he drove to the right with the ball and then found someone on the right-hand side. Moments like that is making me appreciate him. That's small. That's a minor thing, by the way. That is a minor thing, but it's something that United have lacked for so long. We ain't had that since Carrick. We ain't had that person that is between the two centre-backs picking up the ball from Onana. I swear, guys, this is so dramatic, but he got the ball from Onana and drove forward. I stood up and I was just like, I kept hitting one of my siblings like this, saying, he's next up, he's next up. I don't think my sibling cared. But it's just something so small like that. Something so minor, something so small that United have been deprived of for so long just makes me appreciate it even more. And you know what, guys? This is not his final form. He's only going to get better. Hopefully he can stay fit, continue to stay fit. And, it's not one of them ones where his injuries would be kind of reoccurring. I hope not. Mina, please tell me, would Pep Guardiola or Klopp succeed with the team he's given if they were taking over United today? I think not. Ooh, that's interesting. I think Pep succeeds because he's got the players that he wants and the players that work in his style of football. And same with Klopp. Klopp has a style of playing. Not everyone will go into Klopp's team and work out. Not everyone will go into his team and work out. And I think the same leeway should be given to Ten Hag. I don't get how, when I'm pretty sure when Klopp first came into Liverpool, they weren't winning immediately. Things take time. Building something from the bottom up. You don't just wake up one day and you're a millionaire. No, you have to wake up and work for it. It takes time. So it's kind of it's interesting with football that people expect results imminently. They immediately they expect results. Maybe it's just United that it's like that, where the fact that the manager was performing for so long, for like a season, had a good season, and then just turned around and had a difficult start to the season. I say that the problem with United, and it's been that issue, we've gone through 5 managers in 10 years. In what club is that acceptable? Where is that normal? Except for Chelsea. Maybe Chelsea, that's normal. But where is that normal? We went, Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho, Oli, Ragnick. I don't count Ragnick. He was interim. But Ragnick. And then Ten Hag. That's literally, if we're talking about full-time employed managers, we are on our 5th manager in 10 years. If that doesn't tell you how poorly run the club is, then what does that say? Give the guy some time, guys. Give the guy some time. Like, honestly, give him some time. That's all I have to say. Don't jinx the kid and gas him up too much. This is what you did with Rashford, Lingard, and Martial. Frankly, I didn't do that with anyone. What do you mean this is what you did with Rashford, Lingard, and Martial? Maybe you're talking about how just how the fans have done that. But for me, I don't know. And you lot let me know whether you agree. But we talk about, firstly, Martial came at 20, 21. Kobbie's 18. If you're going to compare him to anyone, let's compare him to Rashford, because Rashford burst onto the scene as well. But Rashford burst on the scene, I would say, by chance. Van Gaal wasn't going to play him if Martial never got injured. And that's how he announced himself onto the world stage. But Kobbie, to me, looks more complete than some of them have. I'm not going to lie. When some of them were his age, that age, Kobbie, to me, looks more complete. Maybe I'm comparing Kobbie to the midfielders that we have or have had in the last 10 years. So maybe that's why. Maybe because we've been deprived so long, I'm kind of saying that. Look at how quickly Ange got Spurs playing good football. It's clear he's coached them on a style of play. Eric is 2 seasons in, and there's still no evidence of coaching. Firstly, Eric Ten Hag is not 2 seasons in. He's on his 2nd season. The season ain't completed yet, so we can't say he's 2 seasons in. He's only 3 months into his 2nd season. Number 1, number 2. This is interesting because I see this point quite a lot, especially about Ange. We see it about Unai Emery. I see it about De Zerbi. A lot of managers who have come in. Manchester United have not started with, okay, because we talk about the fact that Ange this summer, yeah, he had his window. He bought his players that he wanted. He signed the players that he wanted, and the players that remained at the club, he continues to work with them. Ten Hag has had 2 summer transfer windows. He has not had one game where all the players that he has signed in 2 transfer windows have played together. He has not had that game yet. So if we're going to be honest, let's talk about the injuries. Why is it that, and I don't get it, why do other clubs get so much leeway when it comes to injuries? Spurs lost today. I'm not seeing a lot of people talking about that simply because they've got a heap of injuries. Newcastle, before they went into the Chelsea game, I saw a lot of the discourse surrounding them was their injury problems. Why is it United is the only club that don't get any leeway? Forget the media, from our own fans. Our own fans do not give leeway. The fact that how many starting 11 players were out at one point? How many? Lisandro Martinez, Rafael Varane. We had, firstly, Rasmus Højlund didn't start the season until how long? Yeah. We've had the only player I could say on the top of my head has been consistently fit and in the starting 11 is Bruno Fernandes. We've outside of Bruno Fernandes, every position has been rotated because of injuries. Yeah. So if we're going to have this conversation about, the fact that he hasn't played his style of football, and we're going to talk about the fact that these other managers are doing it with their transfer windows that they've had because they've had the opportunity to play the players that they've brought in the transfer window, firstly. Ten Hag hasn't done that. I can't believe he's losing his own fan base so quickly. And I can't wait to see, by the way, with Spurs, on the topic of Spurs, I can't wait to see the discourse surrounding, because just last month, I was hearing it was a title race for Spurs. I was hearing Ange was taking them to the top. As people were saying, Ange is taking them to the top. It's a title race. Maddison, Son, etc., turning it around. North London is white, all of that kind of stuff. Now I'm hearing, he's got injuries. He's got injuries. He's still playing his style of football regularly. Today, it seemed like he was playing with a back line of basically all fullbacks. Still playing his style of football, but mostly they are players that he's brought in. That's players that he's brought in. Let Kobe be. Don't gas him. Don't jinx him. Just smile and wave. Just smile and wave. Penguins of Madagascar settings. We did this with Rashford. He's a purple badge player. Martial had a Ballon d'Or clause. That's true. What? What? I thought I was bugging out for a second when I saw this. Koala has said some disgraceful stuff, in the chat over my time of streaming here. But nothing comes as close to this. The kid hasn't even had one full season in the starting lineup. What are you saying? He should do a Cole Palmer where he plays one game and then just leaves to another club? Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. If United, start going down a hill 2 seasons in a row, okay, cool. I'll be like, But come on, man. Come on, guys. There's no way United won 3-0, and this is the topic of discussion. Funny how Ange gets judged on a basis of a few months. We'll see where he is. We'll see where he is at the end of the season. 100%. I feel like last season, a lot of people were waiting for the season to end before they judged Ten Hag's first season. So why is that not the case with Ange? Why is that not the case with Ange? Wait until the end of the season before we judge him on the time that he's had with the club so far. Why are we basing him off 2 months, 3 months, or whatever, how much it is? I don't know, man. We just need to, guys, just enjoy the day. I can't believe I'm literally trying to encourage you guys to be happy with the 3 points. Wake up tomorrow, be miserable. That's fine. But here right now, we're going to be good. We're going to be happy. And we're good to go. Big up to everybody in the chat. You lot know what it is. What we learned after game week 13. Kobe Mano up next. You know what? Amrabat, I ain't getting your shirt anymore. I'm getting a Kobe Mano shirt. I've never got a youth player shirt. I think I didn't even get a Rashford 39 shirt. I've never got a youth player shirt. They didn't get a Garnacho one when he was in with academy number. But Kobe Mano might be the one I get. Kobe Mano might be the one I get. Lisandro Martinez, give up that number 6. I'm joking. Hold on. Lisandro Martinez, is he number 6? I think he is. Give up that number 6. Give it up. I'm joking. But big up to everybody in the chat. You guys already know what it is. I'm happy. Garnacho, goal of the season. You lot already know what it is. That's as simple as that. I'm not even going to give a whole breakdown of the game, of analysis, all of that. Nah, I feel like KG today. You know, I feel so shameless. I actually feel like KG today. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over now to his stream, and I'm going to join his stream, and I'm going to be shameless over there. I'm actually lying. I'm not gonna do that because I am exhausted. I'm tired. It's time for me to have a nice sleep after I drink a cup of tea. Big up to everybody in the chat. You don't know what it is, and I will be back tomorrow. Make sure you guys check out for the stream schedule that will drop tomorrow afternoon in terms of content for the week. I've got some things planned. You guys have asked for guests, and I will deliver. That's all I have to say. Big up to everyone in the chat. You guys already know what it is. And if you don't know, then get to know. It's as simple as that. Manchester United take 3 points. Men's team and the women's team today both take 3 points. If you want to listen to a new episode of Le Carrington podcast, which is Manchester United Women's Football Podcast, link in the bio below. New episode is out breaking down the game against Bristol City, and I had a guest on it. You guys can become members. I think it's the pinned comment in the chat. You get your badges, you get your emojis, you get custom content that's en route, and you also get to support the growth of the channel that can improve the content that's coming. Big up to all the minions out there. You guys already know what it is. I hope you have a great Sunday night. Listen, guys, be positive. Be positive. As all any ethnic parent would say, be positive. Be positive. Yeah? We got Galatasaray away on Wednesday. We got content coming for that. Big up, everyone. I hope you have a great night. You already know what it is. Good night. Peace out. Until next time, it's your girl, Mina. Peace.